to you.
Wait, what?
Happy New Year to you. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you.
Whoa. Sir, this is a very catchy song, but it's not New Year's, it's June.
Yeah. Check this out, June. We celebrate the New Year every single day.
Wow, that's fantastic. How long have you been here?
I've been partying like this 1999 since 1998.
Wow, 20 years.
Yeah, about that. You know, I've been here for the long haul. My name is Ball Drop Obama, and this is what I do.
Ball Drop Obama.
Yes.
That's great.
Wow.
That's fantastic. Your parents were very forward thinking.
Yes, of course.
So you're out here waiting for 2019.
2020, 2022, 2065, 3005. We're here.
Wow.
Are you here with any of your family members?
Yeah, of course. My dad just rolled up right on time. Hey, Dad, can you just wait 5 of my friends? Dad.
Hi.
Dad.
Must have not cleaned your room or something.
Who are these new family members?
Yeah. Well, listen.
My dad is killing me.
It looks like you're gonna have fun with your family members, so we can't stick around, but we can give you a little practice New Year's Eve countdown.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, everybody. Ready? From 5.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Happy New Year!
Wow, New Year's Eve, everybody. If you look right above, if you look right above Jackie's head, you can see the New Year's Eve ball. It says 2018. That's
is it red?
That's what's up?
Is it red?
It's turning pink right now.
I love to try to guess. Right here is Military Island. It's known for a famous photograph that the ride will be showing you in just a minute. There it is. This is the kiss that ended World War II. Everybody saying, "Aww."
Aww. Well, contrary to that awe, it actually wasn't that romantic.
Oh, man.
Yeah, the story behind this gentleman, George Mendoza, was on a date with someone named Rita. They heard that the war ended, and they came into this area, and he pushed his girlfriend out of the way and started kissing random women. We believe that this lady right here with her mouth open, that is Rita, that's the girlfriend at the time. And the lady, that's not his girlfriend that he's kissing. That's right, but what's crazy about this story is that George and Rita, the lady with her mouth open, actually got married. And they're still married to this day.
That's right, they live together in Rhode Island, and Rita never does the dishes.
That's right, all she does, if the dishes are dirty, she just points to that picture and be like, remember this?
That's right.
I got past this. Now you have to do the dishes, George. Wow.
Now you might be wondering how two incredibly charismatic and attractive hosts know so much information. And
Hey, that's not funny.
Thank you for saying that. You're so sweet.
What a guy.
But the ride is actually the brains of the operation. He has this technology called scanning, where he shoots out lasers and scans things. They're very harmful, so I hope everyone's done growing. Comfortable with your heights? Great. The ride, why don't you shoot out those powerful lasers and scan, I don't know, the most interesting thing in the area?
Pew time.
Pew, pew, pew.
Subject, Jackie.
That's me.
Session, ride operative.
Yeah.
Sign, Pisces.
Water sign.
Alma Mater, New York University.
Go Bobcats.
Favorite food, hamburgers.
No cheese.
Fun fact, saw Rent 32 times.
Ooh, yeah.
That's enough rent for an entire year. You see Rent 33 times.
It is. It doesn't leave me with enough rent for actual rent.
Speaking of rent, this building right here is called One Times Square. As of right now, only the first 3 floors are occupied with Walgreens, but above that, it's completely empty. That's because the owners of the building found out that they can make more money from the advertising than having occupants of the building. That's right. And so it's empty at the top, a lot going on at the bottom, a lot like a Kardashian. Boom!
That's right. Boom, roasted. We'll go there, folks.
We will go anywhere.
Let's give these folks a ride wave. 1, 2, 3, hi!
That guy just gave me the coolest ride way back. He goes, hey.
Excellent.
Yeah, waving on the go. Classic New Yorker.
Classic. Let's give this guy a ride wave. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hey. Yeah, we got him.
He's about to get hit by that van.
Excellent.
That was actually my dad.
Oh, wow. Speaking of dads, my dad loves this song. This is from the musical 42nd Street. It's called Where's the Money? If you like it, if you know it, sing along with us. 1, 2, 3. Oh, that's in the future.
We're in the money. We're in the money. We've got a lot of what it takes to get along. Now you you sang in your heart. I can sense
Very
it.
popular in Korea. That song has been on the top of the charts for about 60 years.
Well, let's pop this out there. See if anyone out there likes our music.
Let's go.
Hey, New York, wave if you like our music.
Dance, dance, dance.
Keep walking if you like our music.
Carry up pink
They
purse
love
if you like our
it. They
music.
love our music. Hey. All right,
no,
nobody
they're not
likes
it.
our music. Only in New York can you come down the sidewalk in a sideways bus blasting a show tune and nobody cares.
Not one cares.
Nobody cares at all.
They do. It's what the New York Heimlich is. That if something's going on with someone, you just turn the other way and never look at them again. Let them suffer. But hey, you know what? There's actually something really cool. We're right in front of the Bank of America Tower. Something interesting about that is that it's the 4th tallest tower in New York City. I'm the 7th tallest tower in New York City at 6 feet 6 inches.
That's right. Bank of America building, 4th tallest building in New York City, 6th tallest building in the entire Western Hemisphere, and shortest building in Dubai.
Whatever.
It's like a Starbucks there.
That's right. You know, these are some facts we're just spitting out to you guys, but we have some people from Arizona here. They like spicy food. So we're going to spice up these facts a little bit with something called
The Ride Quiz!
This is the Ride Quiz, and it doesn't have a song till now, but it is not very long. It's going to end right here.
Wow.
Thank you,
Scott.
thank you. Hold for applause, 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 hold for applause. Thank you. I need gratification. I need gratification. Thank you so much.
Scott's a millennial. He exists purely on applause. Now that song, however beautiful, not very informative, so let me fill you in. The Ride Quiz is where we're going to ask you questions about New York City, a little bit of trivia, and I want you, if you think you know the answer, to shout it out, okay?
Shout it out.
Don't raise your hand, because this isn't a school bus. It's a cool bus.
Oh, I like that. And we're also going to give you ride points. If you get something correct, we will give you those ride points.
Yes.
Asterisk, those ride points are actually pointless and worthless like our liberal arts degrees.
Yes.
So here, for 15,000 ride points.
Ooh, baby.
Ooh, this is a big one. For 15,000 ride points, someone named the tallest building in New York City. Wrong!
Not Empire State.
That was wrong.
Shout it out if you think you know it. World Trade!
World Trade
Yeah,
won!
World Trade Center. Who said that? Was that you? Yes, what's your name? Barrett? What? Barry.
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 Hello, Barry.
Yes, take those 15,000 ride points here.
No doubt.
It is. Now, wait, where are you from, Barry? England. No, it's a little awkward. World Trade Center, 1,776 feet. Symbolic year that America broke up with England.
That's right. Stop texting us.
Stop texting us, Barry.
We invented Brexit.
Let's change the subject with a follow-up question for 30,000 ride points. Who can tell me the full 3-word name of this building?
Grand Central.
There we go.
Oh.
Quick save. Who said that?
Right here.
Yeah, what's your name?
Mary Lynn from Arizona.
Now, I heard you
Oh,
say
excellent.
it first. Grand Central Station. Now, Mary Lynn, you might want to talk to your eye doctor because it says Grand Central Terminal up there in about 1,000-point font.
That's right. It's called the terminal because all the trains terminate in this. They terminate in the station. So that means that they
Scott,
start and they...
That's ridiculous.
It's true. It's ridiculous, but it's true. One more thing. Look at this clock right here, right above. Oh, sorry. Looks like we're getting clock blocked.
Oops.
Tick tock, tick tock. Oh, there's a bus without a roof. So sad.
Yeah.
We call that the pneumonia bus. Hi.
Right, if you look up at this clock right here, this is made of the most Tiffany glass in one place in the world. That is it's 14 feet in diameter of Tiffany glass. Just to give you an idea, the ride that we're on right now is 13 and a half.
Whatever.
Hey, you know what? It's true. Comparing sizes over here.
The ride will bring the attention back to you. Why don't you
Thank
shoot
you,
out your
Jackie.
lasers anytime and scan Grand Central? Thank you.
Subject, Grand Central. Size of terminal, 48 acres. Number of people who pass through daily, 750,000. Cost of renovating ceiling, $75 million. Cost of a bottle of soda inside terminal, $4.50. Why soda costs $4.50? See cost of renovating ceiling.
Now, speaking of that ceiling, actually quite breathtaking ceiling, but during that renovation, there's a lot of what they thought was black soot at the top of that ceiling, but when they removed it, they realized it was cigarette smoke. Ugh. But when they revealed it, it's actually an beautiful astronomy-based painting up there. And part of the one really cool thing about that is there's an oyster bar in there, and right next to that oyster bar, there's a little wall, and if you whisper, if you say anything into that wall, you can actually hear. If you're on the opposite side of the entire terminal, you can go to the opposite side, and they can hear exactly what that other person's saying. It's called the whisper wall.
That's right. Because of the way the architecture is designed in there, the sound travels across. And in fact, the ride has actually been architected the same way. So let's try it out, Scott. I'm going to go in a corner.
All right.
And the ride has cut out my microphone. Oh, I'm back. And I'm going to whisper. And you tell me if you can hear it, right? The sound's going to travel through the ceiling. It's really amazing.
Okay.
I'm using a microphone, so that's why this bit works.
Wow.
Did you hear it, Scott?
Wow, that was fantastic. Give it up for Jackie.
Just like the whisper.
That's right. If you look above you, also, you want to give it up for the Chrysler building that's right above you. If you look straight above my head, that's the Chrysler building. It was built by a famous carpenter, Jesus Chrysler. That's right.
Wait, Scott.
Is that not right?
Not right.
Scott, I think you might be getting a little
Sorry.
confused. Maybe from a book you were reading. It was actually built by Walter P. Chrysler, remember?
That's right, Walter. That's right. Thank you. Walter P. Chrysler built it. He was the head of the Chrysler Corporation, the car corporation. But the car corporation did not build the tower. Walter P. Chrysler built it himself so he could hand it off and give it to his kids after he died.
That's right. And his kids did inherit the building. And does anyone want to guess what they did as soon as they inherited it?
Shout it out.
That's
Sold it.
right.
That's right. They sold it for $800 million. $800 million. And that was, what year was that, Jackie?
That was in the 1960s, so it'd be worth even more money now. And I tell you, for $800 million, I'd sell my own dad, okay? In fact, if anyone's looking, he's on Craigslist right now. $50. He comes with a tripod / selfie stick. I like this
Just
guy
like this
here.
gentleman here.
Now the Chrysler building has some interesting architecture. If you look up, you might see those little silver things jutting out from the building. You can also see some on your screens. A lot of people think those are gargoyles. But they're actually called grotesques. They're statues that no water runs through. Water runs through a gargoyle, that's why they call it that, because it's like to gargle. But these grotesques, thank you for demonstrating, Scott. These grotesques are meant to look like the hood ornament on a classic Chrysler car.
And at the top of the building is supposed to symbolize hubcaps been together. And you know what? This building right here reminds me about, there's a lot of deliveries that come to New York City, 100,000 freight deliveries per day. Some buildings actually have their own zip code because of all the deliveries that go there.
That's right. This building, along with the Chrysler building, is one of 40 in the city that get so many packages they have their own zip code.
Yeah, that's right. The devil owns this building, 666.
Yeah, in fact, he's right there.
That's right. He's right behind you.
Chatting at the desk.
You know,
hey,
you'd be,
here's the delivery guy.
Look at him.
Let's
Hi.
give him a ride wave. 1, 2, 3. Hi.
Yo, he's excited.
Hey,
Oh, all right. Pump out some music to see this guy go crazy.
Yo, man, here's a funky beat.
What? This guy wants to party. Okay.
New meaning to what can Brown do for you.
Wow.
That's fantastic.
Now I know why all my packages are broken and late.
Only in New York.
Really?
That's right. You know, UPS actually makes their drivers break dance, and if they fail the test, they have to go to FedEx. It's like JV.
That's right.
Oh,
They're all really fed up there.
If you guys look straight up in the ceiling, you'll see we're circling the Chrysler Building for the next 14 hours. That's right, the Chrysler Building. It was actually part of something called the Race to the Sky with 40 Wall Street, a little bit further downtown. And what happened was they were trying to get to 1,000 feet first. The first person to 1,000 feet. So what they would do is the Chrysler Building went nuts, and it went up 4 floors per week. Whoa, hi, let's give these guys a ride wave. 1, 2, 3. Hi! Oh!
That guy thinks it's still Saturday. He doesn't know he has work tomorrow. Have fun.
He took a forget-me-now. Wow, let's get him. All right.
All right. The woman with them is so patient. She's like, all right, boys, come on.
It's like they do that every time they see any bus, not just one that's looking at them.
But yes, Chrysler Building went up 4 floors per week. In fact, one very productive week, they put up 7 floors. That's a story a day. And did you already mention the
I
World
didn't
Trade
mention the
Center?
World Trade, just to give you guys some perspective on that. Freedom Tower, World Trade Center 1. Well, that went up 1 floor per week, and that was just a few years ago. So they were skyrocketing up to the sky.
Now, the reason they were able to go so much faster when we have better technology now is they were missing something. Now, if you look at this footage, can anyone tell me what you don't see?
Safety!
Yes, no rope, harnesses, helmets. Safety wasn't invented until 1987.
That's right.
They're just slip sliding away out there, but luckily there were no deaths during the construction of the Chrysler Building.
Oh, man.
I know.
You're rooting for someone to tie the ride? Come on, that's not nice.
Perhaps.
The ride likes a little bit of excitement, plus he owns a trampoline business.
That's right.
Yeah.
What we believe is that when someone actually fell, they were just like, you're fine.
Right. And then they would hit a trampoline, kids. It's fine.
Boing.
The ride, you love the Chrysler Building. Why don't you shoot your leg in the
Jackie
air?
Riders. If I may,
Sure.
here's my favorite story about the Chrysler Building.
Let's hear it.
While it was under construction, its architect hid his final plans for the spire that now tops it. In its last days of construction, the workers assembled the pointy top in secrecy, and then they raised it right through what people would assume was going to be the roof. This trick allowed the Chrysler Building to be the world's tallest building. That is, until the Empire State Building stole the title a few months later.
That's true. They were only the tallest building for about 11 months.
You look right in front of you. This is the Irwin Channing Building. It's got a beautiful bronze inlay that's supposed to represent evolution, and right above it, that's only 3/4 of bronze. The rest of it is brick, all the way to the top.
That's right. We call it the Channing Tatum building because it's really cut and carved on the bottom and just bricks up top.
Oh!
You know? Listen, I know some of you felt bad laughing at that joke, but we actually had Channing Tatum come on the ride, and we told that joke, and he loved it. He laughed and laughed.
He didn't get it.
He didn't get it.
Not one bit.
He didn't get it. Sweet boy.
You know, we're coming up on some avenues here. The avenues run north to south in New York City. We're coming up soon. You know what? This just makes me want to do another
Ride quiz! Prep for ride quiz number 2. Gonna sing it out for me and you, but mostly you, cause you gotta get those points, cash money!
Yeah! Give it up for Jackie!
Oh, stop it. You guys are too sweet.
Now, we mentioned the avenues here, and what this means is there's a lot of avenues in New York City that are known for a specific industry. For example, 7th Avenue is known for fashion. Broadway is known for theater. The British guy knows what I'm talking about, right?
No.
He has no idea. He's never been to a play in his life.
Nah.
That's right. And 8th Avenue is known for trash.
That's right. That's where I live. Now
Don't be too hard on yourself, Jackie.
We're gonna come up now on Madison Avenue, and this one's a little tricky. So for 60,000 ride points, who knows what is Madison Avenue known for?
Shout it out. Anybody, shout it out.
Take a guess. There are no wrong answers. Not Madison Square Garden. I'll give you a hint. It rhymes with schmadvertising.
Advertising.
You did
This lady got it right down here. What's your name, ma'am? Julie. Julie got it right. The 60,000 ride points. Did you watch the show Mad Men ever by any chance? No, she's never seen Mad Men. That's right, because we kind of gave her the answer. That's why she didn't see it. Advertising. It's been like that since the 1800s. It's been the headquarters for advertising, and the show Mad Men was based in the 1960s, and it was all about advertising. We're coming up here on 5th Avenue, which is known for, shout it out.
I sense shopping.
Shopping! That's right.
That's right. Now you can read more all about the avenues right here at the library. This is the main branch of the New York Public Library. It is the 2nd largest library in the entire country, second only to Library of Congress. Here in this bad boy, we got over 20 million books, which is 2.5 per New Yorker or 87 subway commutes.
That is a lot. That's a lot of commutes. There's actually 75 miles of shelving there. It's actually right next to a beautiful...
Riders, I'm sensing nature nearby.
Wow, what a segue. It's a beautiful part of the city called Bryant Park. This music makes me want to just talk softly. It was invented by William Cullen Bryan, not related to Kobe Bryant. What's great about this park is that there are a lot of free things in this park. Free is New York City's second favorite 4-letter F word. The first 4-letter F word that they love is food.
That's right, food. Get your head out of the gutter, Barry. I like how we put our NPR voices on here. You can see they have free ping pong tables. If you're like me and your ping pong cross are through the roof, you can come here play for free. They actually have a lot of great free events in the park all year round. During the summer, one of my favorite things they do is free movie screenings. Every Monday night starting mid-June, HBO puts up a giant screen, plays a movie free of charge. People flock all over to watch it. And this year they recently passed a new regulation that says you can bring a bottle of wine to the movie screening. Guys, they finally got my letters.
Trying to sneak a box of wine in there. Speaking of boxiness, there is the Empire State Building. Check it out, it's right there. And it's gone. You can't see it anymore.
Now you'll see it was all lit up, blue and orange. Is there a Mets game tonight?
There's probably a Mets game. They didn't win the World Series, so that's definitely not the reason why it's lit up right there. But the interesting fact about the Empire State Building is there's the stairs are closed except for one time a year. They have a race up the Empire State Building, and the race is won by the record is by an Australian. These guys right here from Australia. You guys are fast stair runners because he got it in 9 minutes and 33 seconds. That's under 10 minutes. And it Jackie, 10 minutes. That's a short amount of time.
Yes, he climbed 87 flights of stairs in 10 minutes. I can't even get out of bed in 10 minutes, folks.
Those Australians, they just hop up there. How do you guys got a kangaroo or something?
What are you running from?
Yeah.
We're just
There's some
kidding.
terrifying animals. Keep going. Spiders, snakes, crocodiles, flying monkeys. Right? There's so many crazy things in there.
Yeah. All sorts of spooky things, but we're coming into an area that's not so spooky. It's super safe. We're coming into what we call the new Times Square area, or as I like to call it, the Times Squarea. Try it out, it's faster. But we call it the new Times Squarea because it's quite different from the old Times Squarea.
You're right. The old Times Square was a little scary. And has anybody, raise your hand if you've been to Times Square in the 1970s and 80s? Anybody?
Anyone here to visit? Well, good.
Good,
That was
because
probably for the best.
There's a family-friendly word to describe this area in the 70s and 80s was seedy, entrepreneurial, because there were a lot of independent contractors on the corners.
Yeah, a lot of freelance pharmaceutical reps.
You see a lot of lights here, but the only colored light that was around here was red. There were red lights everywhere.
That's
red
right.
light district.
Kids, if you're confused, your parents did a good job. Now, luckily, in the 90s, this area was cleaned up. The mayor at the time, Rudy Giuliani, partnered with corporations like Disney to spruce this up so that you could come see shows, leave at 10, 11 p.m. at night, and not see a different kind of princess. So, they passed Ordinance 81K, which says all these lights you see here, they're called spectaculars, and they have to be on
for 24 hours at a time, and they cannot go off. These lights, you guys see these lights? Look at these lights. Look at them. It's pretty fantastic, but they can't go off. If they go off, any of these buildings are charged a lot of money. They get fined. And so they have backup generators. Every single business that you see in Times Square has a backup generator in case their lights go off. That's what we do for money here in America.
I like how you yelled at your side, like, look at them, as if they could possibly not look at them.
I don't know.
They're pretty hard to avoid these lights.
This gentleman here looked like he couldn't find them.
Yeah.
So I was just like, it's right here.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's...
Because of all these lights, this area of Times Square is actually 1 degree warmer than the rest of the city at all times. So if you're getting a little chilly out tonight, just
We
come back to
mentioned
Times Square.
that small corporation that not many people of you guys have heard, Disney. I don't know if you guys have heard of that. Disney actually bought this, they have a residency at the New Amsterdam Theater for 99 years. They have a 99-year lease here. As you can see, Aladdin is playing there. Beauty and the Beast played there at one point. And if you can't afford the Aladdin, you can go see McDonald's the Musical.
That's right. It's a sequel to Grease. And it's a little cheesy, but critics are calling it heart-stoppingly good.
That's right. We need to catch up to the rest of the ride here. Madame Tussauds, Ripley's Believe It or Not, and coming up on Applebee's. This is actually one big building. In this area, a gentleman named Bruce Ratner bought this area, and where the Applebee's is right in front of you, there is a building, a very historic building called the Julian Eltich Theater. And what he did is that he loved it so much, it was beautiful. What he did was put it up on rollers and rolled it 170 feet, which is right in front of you here, the Julian Eltich Theater. If you look at your screens, it took 6 months to plan and only 8 hours to execute. None of that building was taken apart. They lifted it up like they put it on a skateboard and rolled it by. Jackie, why was this building so interesting?
There's a couple of reasons they wanted to preserve this building. One is because of the great architecture inside. It has a gorgeous ceiling. You can check that out if you go into the lobby of the AMC 25. But it also had a lot of cultural significance. For my friends from England, your treasure, Sir Laurence Olivier, made his North American debut here at this very theater. Also, Abbott and Costello, we all remember the famous comedy duo.
Who's on first?
Exactly. They developed
no idea.
They developed that routine. Who's on first at that very theater?
Speaking of other people who've been in that theater, Jackie Gleason from the Honeymooners, he was a bus driver. He has his statue right out in front of Port Authority. It's like the JV version of Rocky. So Port Authority, that's the bus terminal. And this is a business called Dwayne Reed. It's actually going out of business. This is the last one, so you guys want to check it out before it goes away. Support your local businesses.
It's tough in New York. They say most businesses fail within the first 6 months. Now, what we wish would fail are some of the businesses here on 8th Avenue. Because when Times Square got cleaned up, a lot of these seedier businesses got pushed out over here, where they gained landmark status. Oh, free light show. Landmark status means they cannot be disturbed for any reason. They're considered historical.
I'm afraid this police officer is gonna like rip everything off when he goes through. He was like going like this, kind of dancing to her music. It's a little weird. If you see this right here, this is not Ariel, this neon sign. She's got red hair, but she's not Ariel. You do not want to be a part of her world.
That's right.
And if you have, sorry, go ahead, Jackie.
Satin dolls, not a lot of satin there, surprisingly little. And absolutely no gentleman there.
Not one bit. If see the playpen right in front of the playpen, please do not drop your children off at this playpen. It's not what you think it is. Please don't do that.
Now, luckily, we're coming up on a business that doesn't sound family friendly, but it is. Shake Shack.
Yummy.
Shake Shack.
This is a little eatery here, started in New York City. Now it's spread to a couple different cities here. Burgers, shakes, hot dog, fries, they've got it all. But what they don't have is joy in their hearts.
So let's give them a big old ride wave. Ready? 1, 2, 3.
It's the hip, the hop, the hip it to the hip hopper, you don't stop. The rocket to the bang bang boogie, the up jump. You chillin' with the R-I-D to the E. Now when I say I love, y'all say the ride. I love, I love. Now make some noise if you're having a good time. Yeah, we chillin' with the people in the building, kicking this flow, trying to make sure you catch the feeling. So I'm dealing these cards right up on the table. Hit you with these flows one time if I'm able. Jumping off the top of the cable to lay it down, put it in the flow like a ladle. Now everybody on the bus, really, if you feeling me, put one hand up like the Statue of Liberty. While I do this lyrically, painting all these pictures. See, yo, can I get a pound now if you feeling me? Shout out to my man on the sock with the hoodie, and she's over here dancing. Really, what's goody? Understand, we right up on the street, putting these flows right here, right up on the beat. That's sweet. We had to come and have a show, doing our thing. Yeah, trying to hit you with the flow. Well, you know, I'm about to hit you with that. Whoa, I mean, we out here having dinner and a show right in front of Shake Shack. Yeah, we going laid back, putting these thoughts out. I had to say that. Now when I say hold up, y'all say wait a minute, hold up, hold up. That's right, we had to put a little flavor in it. And I think hip-hop is a great invention. It started in the South Bronx in 1973. So I'm doing all this cool work because of the founder. His name is DJ Kool Herc. That's why you see me on the block kicking it hot. All these flows that I'm writing down right off the spot, right off of the top. Everything is improvised when I kick these lines. Yes, I get it right in between when I'm spitting mine. I make it really fine, well designed. Every time I put together right inside my head off the top. Killing the show, bringing the flow, and make sure you understand it, yo. Yeah, we in Manhattan, yeah, you hear the rapping. Had to come and lay it down right up on the track. And this is that boom bapping, not close to the trapping, but we about to make sure it's really action-packed. And yes, I'm out here doing my thing, keeping it fly. Hi, can I get me a high five? That's quite fly. I see you later, bye-bye. Taking it much higher, into the sky, until return.